Hello everyone. Today my team consisting of myself Reetam along with Kavya, Ayush, Pranav, Aditya and Ashley ma'am will be presenting the solution to the statement ID 1686, and the problem statement title is Tools and Techniques for Customization of GPO as per CIS guidelines to deploy on offline or standalone Windows. Our team ID is 37509 and team name is OceansHaven. We are presenting our solution to critical challenge that many organizations face, that is managing group policy objects effectively while maintaining security compliance. The current problem is that GPO management in many organizations is inefficient, prone to human error, and lacks comprehensive auditing and compliance monitoring. This often leads to inconsistent system configurations, which create security vulnerabilities, compliance failures, and costly downtime. Right now, administrators must manually deploy and monitor GPOs, which not only takes a lot of time but also increases the risk of configurations and non compliance with CIS benchmarks. We are solving this problem because GPOs are crucial for enforcing security policies across systems, and any mistake can result in serious security risks, data breaches, or regulatory penalties. As cybersecurity threats increase and compliance regulations become stricter, automating and streamlining GPO management is essential. Our solution is a game changer because it introduces automation, machine learning, and blockchain technology to make GPO management not only more efficient but also secure and tamper proof. This reduces human intervention, enables real time monitoring, and prevents non compliance by continuously auditing and optimizing GPOs. We have designed a solution to adapt to future requirements, ensuring that organizations stay up to date with new CIS benchmarks and emerging security threats. Currently, GPO management is slow, manual, and reactive, with misconfigurations often only identified after issue arise. There's no robust system for regular audits or automating rollbacks in case of errors. However, with our solution, organizations will experience automated real-time GPO management that proactively addresses issues, ensures continuous compliance, and automatically rolls back to stable configurations when needed. Our solution leverages blockchain for secure, immutable audit trails and AI for predicting compliance failures, offering a reliable, cost-effective, and future-ready approach to GPU management.
Let's move forward to the proposed solution. So first, let's give an overview of our solution. We are developing a system that automates how GPOs are created and managed. This means that we can ensure consistent security policies whether the systems are online or offline. Now let us look at the main features of this solution. The first one is automated GPO creation. The system will automatically create GPOs using CIS benchmarks. This helps keep security policies consistent without needing manual work. The second is customizable settings. Administrators can adjust settings to fit their specific security needs, allowing for flexibility. The third is support for different environments. Our solution will work with both online and offline environments by allowing GPOs to be exported for manual deployment when needed. Fourth one is real-time monitoring. It will include features monitor that monitor the system in real time and use AI to spot any unusual activity, ensuring compliance with security policies. Moving to explanation of our proposed solution. First one is automates GPO creation. The system automates the creation of GPOs using CIS benchmarks, ensuring that security policies remain consistent across all systems. Second is customizable settings. It provides customizable settings that allow administrators to tailor GPOs to meet specific requirements unique to their organization. The third is support for network and offline environments. The solution supports both network and offline environments by exporting GPOs in formats suitable for manual deployment when necessary. Fourth is real-time monitoring and machine learning. It integrates real-time monitoring and machine learning capabilities to detect anomalies and ensure that policies are being followed effectively. Now, how it addresses the problem. So first is automated GPO creation. This ensures that security compliance is maintained without manual effort. Second is customizable security settings. Administrators can easily change settings to meet their specific requirements. Third is offline deployment support. The system allows for GPO deployment even when systems are not connected to the internet. Fourth is real-time monitoring and anomaly detection. It actively monitors the system and quickly identifies any unusual activities that may indicate a security issue. Now, Moving to innovation and uniqueness, the first one is machine learning for anomaly detection. The system will use machine learning to find unusual patterns in user behavior, helping ensure compliance with the security policies. Second is custom APIs. This will make it easy to connect with other tools that organizations already use. Third is real-time monitoring dashboard. A dashboard will show how well the GPOs are performing, making it easier for administrators to manage security settings. Fourth is gamification of compliance training. Will engage users in learning about compliance through fun and interactive training methods. Auto CIS benchmark updates. The system will automatically apply the latest CIS guidelines, ensuring organizations stay compliant with current standards.
This slide shows the complete technical approach. First, the user logs in, then through authorization API, JWT token is generated. The tech stack we are using here is OAuth 2.0 and JWT and Django authentication. Then the user dashboard access. Here, the user retrieves dashboard API, then the user data is fetched. The tech stack we are using is React.js, HTML, CSS, and RESTful APIs. Next, we analyze organization needs, the user input requirements, then the analysis module, and then the specification is generated. The tech stack here we are using is form validation libraries, JavaScript. Then we select CIS benchmark. The user selects benchmark, then database query it goes, then benchmark this data is retrieved. The tech stack we are using here is SQL, MongoDB, ORM. Next is GPO creation. The system generates GPO from selected benchmark. Here the tech stack used are Python, PowerShell, Django forms. Then automated GPO simulation. We simulate GPO settings, then they do sandbox environment, then the results are logged. The tech stack used are PowerShell, virtual machines, and Hyper-V. Next is GPO deployment. The data flow is user confirms deployment, then deployment API, then GPO is applied. The tech stack here used is Group Policy Management Console and REST API. Next is real-time compliance auditing. The data flow is conduct audits, then audit engine, and then compliance status is generated. The tech stack used here is PowerShell, audit tools, and Python scripts. Next is generate audit reports. The data flow is first we compile audit results, then report generator generates PDF or HTML report. The tech stack we use here are PowerShell, SQLite, SQLite, and PDF libraries will use Report Lab. Next, user notifications. Notifications sent for GPO changes and compliance status. The tech stack here we are using are Twilio API, SMTP, WebSocket for updates. Next is feedback collection. We collect user feedback, then it goes to feedback database, and then it goes to analysis module. The tech stack here we are using are Google Forms API and survey libraries. Next is data analysis for enhancement of the project. The database first we analyze feedback, then analytics engine generates insights. The tech stack used are Python, Pandas, TensorFlow. Then we implement enhancements. We prioritize and implement new features. The tech stack here we use are agile tools like Jira and Git. Then I will explain how GPO is created. In GPO creation, first we identify GPO requirements. We analyze organizational needs and compliance standard (CIS) to ensure GPO settings meet specific security policies and regulatory requirements. Next, we design GPO structure. We determine settings like password policies, audit log, etc. Then we create templates for different environments, and then we automate GPO creation. We use PowerShell for it. We use PowerShell scripts. New GPO for creating new GPO. Set GPO link to associate GPOs with OUs. Next, we store configuration in database. We use the tech stack PostgreSQL. We use PostgreSQL to save GPO configurations and structure tables for version control. Then user interface for GPO management. The tech stack we are using a React.js to build frontend, which allows user to input parameters for GPO creation. For auditing and compliance, we would audit GPO settings. The tech stack we are using a PowerShell. We use get GPO report to generate reports, get GPO result to validate GPO applications, and compliance check against CIS benchmarks. The tech stack we are using are Python. We load CIS benchmarks into a PostgreSQL. We use scripts to compare GPO settings with benchmarks. Then we generate audit reports. The tech stack used here are Python and Pandas. We create reports in CSV format using Python libraries. Then we visualize these audit results. The tech stack we're using a React.js and D3.js. We present data in the dashboard format. Then feedback mechanism for improvements. We collect user feedback on audit process. Then we implement changes based on this feedback. Next is deployment and monitoring. We deploy GPOs to target systems, execute PowerShell scripts for deployment. We use invoke GPU update to refresh policies. Then we implement monitoring tools. We are using Zabbix for monitoring GPU application. We set up alerts for failures and compliance issues. We log monitoring data using PostgreSQL. We store monitoring logs for easy querying and reporting. Then we analyze monitoring data using React.js and D3.js. We create dashboards to visualize GPU application success. And next, we automate alerts and notifications. The tech stacks we're using are email or SMS. We are using SMT in the Python. Then we implement automated alerts. And the next is final documentation and future enhancement. We create user document create using Markdown, Gitbook, and Confluence. Then for future, we are thinking of predictive compliance analytics. We'll use tech stack like machine learning, we'll use scikit-learn, and forecast the compliance issues using historical data. Next, we are thinking of AI-powered policy recommendations. We will use TensorFlow, NLTK, and BERT and NLP, which will suggest policy changes based on evolving security threats. Then cross-platform integration, we'll use the tech stacks APIs for Linux and cloud, like RESTful APIs and Docker. We'll manage GPUs across diverse environments. Next comes enhanced user support system. The tech stack will use our chatbot frameworks such as Rasa and Dialogflow. We'll create AI-driven chatbot for immediate user support. Next is feasibility
So,
and
okay.
viability, which will be explained by Pranav.
So we divided our project in the 5 phases. The first phase is the requirements and gathering and analysis of CIS benchmark. Then after that, the second phase is we are going to develop a tool that creates a GPO template based on this benchmark. Phase 3 is implementation of GPO deployment for both the network and air gap system. Then phase 4 is the test and audit the system to ensure compliance. Then phase 5 is provide documentation and maintenance that also include future updates. So now let's discuss the feasibility of our proposed solution. This is a crucial aspect because it determines whether our tool can be developed and effectively utilized in a real world scenario. Then our first one is feasibility is we are going to use well established technologies such as PowerShell and Python along with the various machine learning libraries for Windows system. These technologies are not only reliable but also widely accepted in the industry, which reduce the risk of implementation. And like our solution is designed to be flexible and adaptable, enabling it to functional across different system types and environment. This means we can address the unique needs of various organizations without being limited by infrastructure. And then we recognize the offline deployment poses specific challenges. However, we have strategies in a place to manage this effectively by utilizing the built-in GPO export feature. Like by automation, the GPO management process, we expect to reduce overall resources cost. Additionally, we plan to use open source software, which will help keep expenses low while providing detailed user documentation to assist with any trading need. Then after that, we are coming to the potential challenges and risks that might be come in our solution. One of the challenges we may encounter is the complexity involved in customization GPOs according to CIS benchmark. Different organizations may have varying security requirement, making implementation more complex. And the another potential risk is deploying GPOs in air gap system. These systems, which are not connected to the internet, may require manual intervention during deployment. User training is also consideration. Non-technical user might find it difficult to manage and customize GPO effectively, which could hinder adoption. Then the third one is the strategies to overcome that problem we have been made here. The first challenge is to address the complexity of customization. We will create automated templates for different system types. This will simplify the GPO creation process and make it more user friendly. Then next is we plan to implement a self-services portal that enable user to customize their GPOs without needing expensive technical assistance. And this empower users to take control of the security setting. Then finally, we will provide the documentation that includes step-by-step guide for both technical and non-technical user. This ensures that everyone has the resources they need to utilize the tool effectively. So we believe that our solution is not only feasible but also has a strong potential for success. With our plan strategies to tackle any challenges, we are confident that we can create a valuable tool for managing group policies objects effectively in a variety of organizational settings.
Next, we have the potential impact of security. By implementing GPOs in line with CIS guidelines, we ensure that our system follows best practices for security. These policies are designed to minimize vulnerabilities and reduce the risk of attacks. Efficiency: the automated deployment of GPOs not only saves time but also significantly reduces the chances of human error. Instead of manually configuring policies, the automated system ensures consistency across all endpoints. Compliance: regularly reviewing and updating our GPOs ensures that we remain compliant with CIS guidelines. Risk management: GIS applications enable organizations to visualize risk exposure across different geographical locations by using GIS application. Resource allocation: by analyzing risk data, our organization can prioritize resource deployment in areas that require immediate attention. Next, we have the benefits of the solution. One of the key advantages of GPO implementation is its scalability. These policies can be applied across a wide range of systems, whether they are standalone machines or a part of a large network. User empowerment: another important aspect is empowerment. GPO tools are designed in a way that even individuals without deep technical expertise can manage them effectively. Cost reduction: as said before, by automating GPO management, we can significantly reduce operational costs. There's no need for manual intervention. Flexibility: we can create templates for different environments, allowing flexibility in applying specific GPO settings. Immutable audit trails: using blockchain, we ensure that all GPO changes are recorded in tamper-proof logs, providing immutable audit trails for enhanced security and accountability. Predictive compliance monitoring: AI-driven predictive monitoring helps us foresee potential compliance failures, enabling proactive fixes before any violations occur, which enhances risk management. Auto CIS benchmark updates: the system automatically applies the latest CIS guidelines, ensuring continuous compliance with the up-to-date security standards. As we continue, I want to share some key reference materials that have guided our research and implementation process. Um, as we come to the research papers and articles, group policy fundamentals, security and troubleshooting. This book provides a comprehensive overview of group policy fundamentals and security best practices. Research papers and automated framework for deploying security policies via group policy objects. This research paper discusses automated frameworks and tools for efficient GPO management. Machine learning for security, a taxonomy and research roadmap. This paper covers the integration of machine learning for security, which is relevant for anomaly detection in GPO environments. CIS security controls, a comprehensive approach to securing IT systems. This includes articles and white papers from the Center of Internet Security, essential for GPO configuration. When it comes to dataset and tools, we have used the CIS benchmarks. These benchmarks provide security best practices and standards for system configurations. Windows group policy auditing tools. These tools help in auditing GPO settings and ensuring compliance. Microsoft Security Compliance Toolkit, a valuable resource for managing security compliance across Windows environments. Elasticsearch, these tools assist in monitoring and visualizing GPO configuration and compliance status. Technical resources, we have used the Microsoft Group's policies documentation. This documentation offers detailed guidance on implementing and managing GPOs, and then implementing CIS benchmarks with group policy, a practical guide to applying CIS benchmarks in GPO settings, PowerShell scripting for GPOs. The PowerShell and GPO scripting guide is crucial for automating GPO management. Windows system internal tools. These tools are excellent for troubleshooting and managing Windows environments. The relevant websites we have visited is Microsoft Group Policy Home Center for Internet Security. It provides up-to-date security guidelines and benchmarks. PowerShell Gallery, it's a repository of PowerShell modules that can aid in GPO management. The Windows IT Pro Center, a hub for resources and articles related to Windows IT management. These materials not only support our findings but also provide additional insights and tools for effective GPO management. In conclusion, our solution leverages advanced technologies to improve GPO management and security compliance effectively. We believe it has significant implications for organizations looking to enhance their operational efficiency. Thank you for your attention and interest. We appreciate the opportunity to present our work at SIH.